Welcome back, everybody, to the Bling Bling Jam YouTube station. Excuse me, the Balloon Convention. And if you're here for the first time, you're in the right place. This is about today making your tips with a purpose. So if you're here for the first time, you don't want to miss anything going live, any tips, tricks, tutorials, interviews, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you will always know when I go live. So welcome, everybody. It's been a little while, and I've been meaning to come live and do another chat. And I know we have another interview tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be amazing. So, we talked about the Balloon College Fund on this station before, and what I call that. It was funny. I was chatting with an old friend who lived here in Boston the other day. Her name is Glenna, and we used to do some events together. And I didn't know if she came up with the term or I did. She said she doesn't remember. It might have been me, it might have been her. But we used to make a joke when we were at different events working for tips saying, "Oh, that's our Balloon College Fund." And people would laugh and giggle. So anyway, what I found out is that that actual line works. They laugh, but they're kind of like, well, what is that all about? And people want to tip you and more when you have a purpose, right? It's really interesting. People will help you with things towards your balloon education, whether it's in person, virtual, whether it's Bling Bling Gym or another event, doesn't matter, right? But what we teach is these marketing tips that really do help, okay? So I did a couple wraps I made recently, full color, and I gave them to a couple artists. And I said, all you have to do is go to Staples or print them on your computer and cut them out and just wrap it around a tip jar and see what happens, right? And again, it's a conversation as well. So people get a kick out of it. They're going to say, Balloon College Fund, what is that, right? And it's towards your balloon education. And people who love what we do, whether we're at a restaurant, working for tips in obviously some restaurants you get paid on as well, or you're at an event that is a tip event, or it's not like that at all. It's an event that you contracted and you send a virtual tip jar as well and say something like, hey, tips are greatly appreciated and welcomed towards my Balloon College Fund. It's always the way you say it, right? So people really do want to see you achieve better, and they want to see what you learn from your balloon, college conventions, virtual, okay, whatever it might be. So I find, and the people that have done this, I know Cecilia, I told her about it, and she did it like last year. I think she raised over $5,000. So what happens is like, well, what is that for? And you say, well, I'm trying to get my virtual ticket right now, and I'm working towards it. I want to improve my skills, not just my skills in my balloon twisting, but also my business skills. I want to, now that I got the virtual, I'm looking at going live to Vegas. So I'm working on my flight. I'm working on this. I'm working on that, or whatever event you're going to. It doesn't matter. The point is, I want this to reach artists, and I want you guys to know that there's a way to make more money. Okay. And when you have a purpose and or a goal, people want to get behind that. They get excited about that. Because otherwise, a tip goes, oh, let me just give them a couple of dollars, right? And then we get upset, right? So that's our natural thing, right? Especially make a great creation. So when you have a purpose and a conversation with that, it really changes things. So obviously, you got to be excited about it too, right? When you're talking about it, and people get excited about it. So what are you going to go there and learn? It's not just about, I tell people, it's not just about new art, although they like the pictures of it. It's also how to expand my business, how to go to different areas, whatever it is. And people find an interest in that. So it's really interesting. So I had this conversation with several artists recently, and I made a couple people a wrap. And I know I made Donna one here in Boston, and I made David Zapper one, and I made Shan one. And they came out pretty good. Let me see if I have on my cell phone. Hold on a second. I can show you, I hope. Let's see. So here's one for David. And you see it has a QR code and all that. All he does is takes it, prints it out, wraps it around a tip jar, and he can send this out virtually. So I personalized it for him. It looks amazing, right? And of course, he's coming to Bling Bling Jam, but just saying, wanted to help him. Here's another one, Donna, who's from Boston. She's coming to Bling Bling Jam as well. And I made her a Balloon College Fund wrap. with her QR code ready to go. And she's going to be hitting Salem here in the Boston area for Halloween. It's crazy out here in Boston in October. And here's what I made for Shan in Utah, and I personalized it for him as well. Has his QR code ready to go with his photo. So we're gonna have fun with this, right? So if you find this interesting, and I'm also talking about doing a special Zoom, as some people just don't know what to say and they want to know what to say, no problem. We can do a special Zoom if I hear enough people that like this idea and want to really understand a little bit better. Put in the comments balloon college funds so I can know that and I can see the interest and I can schedule something. I'm a little busy with stuff getting ready for Bling Bling, of course, but this is an ongoing thing. And that's why I'm going live in terms of this will stay on the station and it's an ongoing education for everybody. And that's what it's all about. And when we go to conventions, some people are so funny, like, well, I don't learn anything. I know everything already. I know all the designs. It's not just about the designs, it's about these things, right? It's about how to make more money because last time we checked, everything costs more money. Balloons, your gasoline, your time. And what if you turn this into something even bigger when there's a purpose, like Cecilia, who made $5,000 doing it last year, right? And I know Corky the Clown did this as well. I chatted with her, I think, a year ago or so, and she did it as well. And so there you go. Don't knock it till you try it. I know balloon people are not always that good at business, right? But we have to think about it and we have to get creative with it and have fun with it. As we're entertainers and we're entertaining, Balloon College Fund sounds funny and entertaining, but yet it's also serious, okay? Because that's what you're aiming for, and people want to support that. They want to support you, right? Now, if you're watching this and you're a face painter, you're a magician, you're a clown, you can do the same thing, okay? Whatever college fund you're trying to do, but again, at Bling Bling Jam specifically, or whatever convention you're going to, we have magic and face paint. We always have since day one, and we have a lot of clowns who attend and different factors. But the point is that yes, balloons are visual. That sign is visual. It's cute. It's funny. It's a conversational piece. And I think that people are going to be quite pleasantly surprised when they use that and when they see that. I think they're going to be kind of blown away with it, which is great. So there's somebody here that I saw. I don't know where they went, but anyway, all good stuff. But I want to know if this is something that people want to hear more about, and put in the comments what you think and where you're from, and have you done anything like that before? I remember asking some questions to some other artists when I was working at restaurants doing balloons, where I did get paid and I got tips as well. And people, you know, don't always feel comfortable when people ask that. And I would wear a tip button that said tips are greatly appreciated and welcomed. And I would verbally say that too. And I would have it in my menu. So the more things you have, right, that are tools, okay, the better it is. But again, with a purpose, it's a whole different story. I know that people's purpose might be to pay their bills or to help their kids or whatever it is. And people that meet you know that too. But they get more excited about something like a balloon college fund. They really do. And they totally change that perspective of what they're going to give you. It might be that, you know, a $5 tip was what they were going to give you. But as they're listening to your story, they're asking you questions about the Balloon College Fund. You're telling them about it and you're excited about it, of what you're trying to do. All of a sudden, that five becomes a 20. It can become a 50. It can become a $100 bill, believe it or not. And yes, those are not as common, but they do happen. And when you're excited about it, and let's say you're saying, okay, well, you know what? I just paid the registration. Now I want to work on my flight, and I want to work on this and work on that, whatever. People ask those questions. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing is about education. That's ongoing throughout the year. It doesn't matter. That's why we have Zooms all the time. It's all of that. So when you network and you are at these events, okay, we'll talk about Bling Bling Jam now, because this is the Bling Bling Jam YouTube station, the balloon convention. Okay. Nothing against anybody else's. And there's many options out there. People can spend thousands of dollars to do marketing for balloons. They can go to other events that are just jams or a lot less. They can do what they like. And there's something to be learned at all of them for sure. But the whole package is networking with people who are successful, trying to be successful, sharing information, not just designs, but learning designs that sell as well, and learning many things to keep yourself on the cutting edge of your industry and of what you do. And when people that you are making balloons for are they're in a situation where they can tip you, they want to know that too. They want to get behind that too. And they really will support you when you deliver that message and you share with them what you're working on. How many times have you had a customer, right, that got excited about your balloons? You're starting to open up your cell phone and show them the photos, right? You're starting to get excited about that. You're starting to show them, like, oh my God, like I can do this and I can do that. Oh my God, that's so cool. And it becomes a conversational piece. So, what if you told them, I'm going to go to this event to compete? I want to get this award. I'm going to stretch myself to do X, Y, and Z. I've never done this before. Okay. I'm going to do a balloon show, which is not in my comfort zone, but I want to start entertaining with the balloons. Oh, wow. I'm going to build this dress, okay, in a balloon couture fashion show. I've never made one before. I'm gonna get a model and everything. I'm so excited about it. People get like, oh my gosh, wow. I'm going to Vegas, right? I'm gonna compete in the longest running international balloon convention in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. How cool is that? Okay. People are like, oh my God, right? But they're going to want to see what you did afterwards to keep supporting you as well. They're going to want to ask you questions. They're going to start paying more attention to you. They're going to get on your social media to follow you because you now have a purpose. You're now showing them what you're doing, not just your balloons in your picture. You're telling them the story. You're showing them that. That's marketing 101, guys. And balloon artists, I love you guys, but for some reason, we're not good at this, right? It overall, okay? But it doesn't mean you can't get good at it. I learned many years ago, I don't have to be good at everything. What I need to do is know what I'm good at and get myself around people who are good in the area I'm not. I'm not the best balloon artist. I'm a good balloon artist, okay? And I've gotten better, and I don't think I'm bad, but I'm not the best one. I'm not trying to be the best one. I'm trying to be the best one for my clients. I'm trying to be the best one for me, but I'm also trying to always think about what I can do to go the extra mile for them. And I want to make money because we have to make money, right? It's a fact. So these are the things that when we understand and think about that everybody needs each other, it's really true. Everybody does not know everything. And everybody, there's always another day that we all learn, right? Every day I'm learning, right? And things happen as well through trial and error, but discussing it. But also when things work, why reinvent the wheel? Why? You don't need to do that. It's insanity, right? So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the folks who got excited about the ones I made. I'm excited to hear from people on here that will put in Balloon College Fund and want to know more. And I think we could look at doing a special Zoom where I can really share some things, right? And we can share a lot of ideas and really hit it on situations and what you can do to propel your balloon business. If you are new to the balloon business and you're looking at creating an income, this is the right place as well, okay? Because we share that as well. And but this is really to people already in it, and this is to people that are working on their education and working on improving themselves on all aspects, from professionalism to designs to making more money to being accountable to themselves on their goals. If you are looking at creating a new area that you have not conquered yet in terms of a market, right? That too, right? But truly, whether you have a tip bucket in front of you or a virtual tip bucket and you do a high client event that you send an email and a contract out, you still can write that in there as a nice little thing. It could be part of your tagline or your information on the bottom. It just says it lightly, not obnoxiously, lightly. It just says, at the end of your information. Tips are greatly appreciated and welcome towards my Balloon College Fund, and boom, the logo. And people are like, well, what's that? Right. And then you're planting the seed where if they believe that you're good enough, and of course our clients do, they may throw you some extra money. Usually I always get tipped at my private events anyway. Okay. I don't know about you, but when you go the extra mile, you do, right? But you got to ask without being obnoxious and being professional, right? And people don't know what they don't know. But they want to know about you. They want to know because it's so unique what we do, right? So it's amazing. And sorry, I just got a text message. And with that said, I'm looking forward to seeing the results of some of the folks that are already using these. And I'm going to ask them how often they're using it. And sometimes that takes a minute too to get used to the verbiage and used to being consistent with it as well. And that's normal. If it's a new thing, it's not your element, and you want to learn that, I want to hear from you, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with it at all. You just got to be excited about it. It's a good conversational piece, and it opens up the door for so many other things. Like I said, and there's no pressure. So if somebody says, "Oh, you know what? That's great. I just, whatever it is," but then they're like, "I'm going to follow you on Instagram. I'll follow you on TikTok. This is amazing. What are you working on? Are you going to be competing? Oh my God, let me see that." Right? And it just changes the whole everything. So we have the tools for you, okay? And I'm excited to share those tools. So reach out to me, okay? But again, I really want to know in the comments, if you say Balloon College Fund, I know you're interested in a special Zoom session, which I'm thinking about doing, okay? And it'll be open to everybody. It'll be great. And I'll explain it if there's an interest. And if not, we can do it another time, 6 months down the road. This is an ongoing thing. So as we have things we do all the time with our balloon holidays throughout the whole year that we have as well in July and March and November. So it's an ongoing thing with Bling Bling Jam, the balloon convention, from our Zooms and all that. We have monthly and all that. And we're going to start talking about this on our Zooms as well, because I think it's important. And I think that people need this kind of support, and they need new ideas, right? So that they can see that being creative is not just with your balloons, it's also with your message, it's also with your marketing, it's also with how you conduct yourself, right? And there's no reason not to be making more money, right? Because you can. And your convention can be paid for and more very easily, right? And like Cecilia said, she had more money to buy balloons and all kinds of stuff. And so you hit your goal and you make more money. So what? Okay. It's a year-round education. There's always things that you can invest in. And it might be that you got to invest in new balloon clothes. It might be that you got to invest in some new pumps, some new balloons. There's so many brands coming out that sometimes we invest in them and we think they're good, they're not good, and you waste of that money, right? So that's an investment too. After Qualitex has been gone, right? We're all trying to try different balloons and hearing about new balloon brands coming out, and we're all curious, right? And want to know different things, and some of them have different shapes and colors that we want to know about. And if you're like most people now, you want to try everything, right? To see what works for you, or if there's a special, balloon or request from a client, you want to get that and you want to find it out. And those are risks that you take as you invest in it. Everything costs money, right? So with that said, again, it was a little late today, but I said, let me go on live. It's always fun. I just like chatting, and it's always great. And I like doing these. It's amazing. I just want to chat about that. And again, this will be up, and obviously people will be hitting the replay. And I do want to hear in the comments. And again, if you haven't liked, subscribe, please do that. It helps the channel. It helps us. And we just really want to know. And we don't want you to miss anything, because there's a lot of good information to share. And I plan on sharing it, okay, and giving you guys some great tidbits. And I like to hear what you're doing with it, and that you want more, or you have a question. And let's help everybody raise the bar, everybody. A rising tide raises all the ships, right? So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're excited about the tip jar and the wraps with a personalized QR code. And I hope that you like that balloon college fund idea. And again, it's not a new idea. We've been talking about it. And the question is, are you ready to do it? Are you ready to make the commitment to do it, to learn about it? Are you ready to get out of that comfort zone if that is something that you're not familiar with? And it's not difficult to do. It's not something that's going to put you in a weird place, okay? Or people are going to think differently of you. It's called business, and it's also called being smart about it, having fun with it because it's fun and it's having a good conversation, having a couple laughs. Balloon college fun. What is that? Right? And people love it. They love the conversation. And as they're listening, they're like, oh my God. Another person's asking if you have a line or whatever it is, right? And they're asking questions about you and they want to support you. Okay. So understand that. It's just amazing. So many people call me and they want to be sponsored for teaching or sponsored with their competitions or this and that. And they're always looking at balloon brands, which is great and it's awesome. But ask your customers, ask people. People want to support you. And all of a sudden, you're making $5,000 plus and you're beyond paying for your education. It's amazing. And that's an education within itself because it's almost like a challenge. I challenge you to do it because you will see a difference in your income and you'll be blown away. So, want to know how to talk about it? Want to join the Zoom? Let's do it. Put in Balloon College Fund, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. You guys have a good one. Have a great night. It's past 10 p.m. here in Boston, and let's bling it on, everybody. Super excited. Take care. And I got to figure out how to shut this. I always have an issue with this. Hold on. And there we go.